Yo, what up, Toshi here. JINHSI'S banner has finally been revealed in Wuthering Waves. Let's talk about it. So, first off, let's just talk about this text that is at the right of here. We'll just go ahead and read it off, and then we'll go over the 4 stars on the banner, and we'll go over her weapon banner as well. Thawborn Renewal. Featured Resonator, Kavain. Boosted drop rate for JINHSI, obviously, right? During the event, boosted drop rates for 5-star Resonator JINHSI, 4-star Resonator Senhua, Danjin, and Yangyang. Schedule from the 1.1 update. July 22nd from the 1.1 update, right? So at the time of you watching this, the update may be live, and then it'll be all the way to July 22nd. Reach Unit level 8 or complete the combat trial in the first resonance and activate convene function. So obviously, this is for those of you that are most likely going to be re-rolling around this time period. You have to reach level 8 to then not only get the rewards we'll be getting for level 8, right? Remember, they are giving us a free 10 pull, right, for reaching level 8. All of us will receive it upon logging in, but for those of you that are new or looking to reroll, you'll receive that 10 pull at level 8 for the limited banner, and you'll unlock the convene function at the same time. And blah, blah, we know how the convene banner works, right? You get the star glitter, the corals, whatever you want to call it, from summoning. Anyways, let's talk about the 4 stars on the banner. Now, JINHSI, real quick. JINHSI is going to be an amazing character. We have her numbers, we have her data already. We already know who she's going to work with as a damage dealer. The only thing we haven't had is just to get our hands on her personally. But there is a bunch of footage thrown around. We've seen synergies with other characters. We've seen how she works as a character. She is going to be a very strong, the strongest damage dealer upon her debut. It makes a lot of sense given she literally has a pet Shenron. I mean, I would hope she is the strongest damage dealer at that. So rest assured, if you are looking to just roll on the banner for the 5-star, this is definitely the best banner to do so because she will give an immediate progression for your account if you are looking to not only clear the hardest content in the game, but clear it with ease at that. Now, as for the 4 stars, right? Remember, she's Spectro, so that makes her even more of a luxury, right? Now, as for the 4 stars, we have Sanhua, who is a character a lot of people swear by and a character that some people can't be bothered to use. The reason why is because, like danjin and like Calcharo, she has a very complex kit or a kit that isn't really beginner friendly. You have to play essentially this mini game with the character. She does a ton of damage, but you are essentially stuck playing that mini game while trying to dodge the enemy's attacks. So therefore, she is a much harder character to pilot, considering she is a damage dealer at that. You're probably better off just using a 5-star damage dealer. In this case, well, JINHSI. Now, don't get me wrong, she does buff your basic attack, which is pretty solid, but you don't really need to use her alongside, well, JINHSI, because you're looking to use other characters that are going to give you stacks off field, which we'll go over in a second, right? Now we have Yangyang, who is a very solid battery character. I mean, she has pretty solid damage, right? For an arrow character, 4-star. You do get her for free in the beginning of the game, so it's not like you need to roll on this banner to pick her up, and you get Sanhua for free as well. So it's not like you need to pick up Sanhua on this banner just to do it, right? Now, the dupes for both of these characters will allow them to do more damage. So if you are fans of the characters, then definitely roll for the characters on this banner to get more dupes. But Yangyang is mostly used as a battery for, right now, Gion teams, but she can work outside of Gion teams. The reason I just throw in Gion is because Gion is the character for me that needs the most energy to get his ultimate. And whenever I do have Yangyang in the team, she helps with the rotations like immensely. Being able to give 20 energy to the next character you swap into is literally effectively going to give the character a 120 ult cost, in this case Gion. So he has his ultimate ready to go whenever I do swap into him and I use his elemental skill. He feels very fluid to use alongside Yangyang because of that energy she gives. So she's super valuable because of that, right? We don't have any other character in the game right now that does give that energy to the character you do swap into. So she has a very solid niche in the team alongside Gion. Now, as for danjin, 4-star, I love this character. Definitely one of my favorite characters in the game. The only issue I have with danjin is that she is just annoying to play. Like, I cannot stand playing this character because, for one, I have skill issue. So, like, I'm not sweating all the time. And because I'm not sweating all the time, I will take hits on this character. And since I'm taking hits on this character, I will die 95% of the time. With this character, I'm always dead. I'm always having to stock up on revive potions because I'm always dead. Whenever I literally sneeze, blink my eyes, I'm dead. Whenever the enemy literally blows at me, like just puffs at me, I'm dead. If the enemy looks at me, I'm dead. I don't engage in fights with this character if I'm low HP because I know I'm going to die. So she's a character that gives me a ton of anxiety, but I love using her because of the thrill of being on the verge of death. Obviously not our in-game, right? In-game. But she's a character that for a lot of you is going to feel like Sunhwa, where you're not really wanting to play the character because she is hard to pilot. Much like how Charo, so on and so forth, right? So I don't recommend this character for that. However, she works extremely well alongside the Havoc MC with the Dreamless duo, right? Extremely good alongside Havoc MC, and she will have more value in the future whenever we do receive another character that can function in the same team as her as a Havoc DPS, right? One that is going to maybe be, well, for those of you that know, maybe you don't know, maybe you do know, we do have a character that is currently in the works that is going to be a Havoc DPS. We'll wait and see if the data comes to fruition. But anyways, Sunhwa does work alongside Encore, right? So you can use those two in the same team, and that performs pretty well. So if you want dupes for your Encore team, then go for it. But I really do suggest you not worry about the 4 stars on this banner because the 5-star is the most redeeming factor on the banner. Definitely a nice pull because of that. Now, as for me, since I'm a danjin enjoyer, I am very happy that I will get danjin copies along the way of unlocking JINHSI'S. Hopefully, though, that I do just get JINHSI'S early so I don't have to worry about, like, I'm not wanting to go for danjin copies because she's on the banner. If I can get JINHSI'S early, then I won't even care about getting danjin copies. But that's me personally. Now, as for the 5-star weapon banner, because I don't roll in weapon banners typically, I really avoid them, but this weapon is really cracked. So I'm going to pull a picture here, but off the top of my head, it does buff resonance skill damage of JINHSI'S. So right here, we already have the limited weapon for JINHSI'S, the stats already. So what this does is it gives a nice attribute damage bonus. So you're getting not only a damage boost for your Electro, you're getting damage boost for your Fusion, you're getting damage boost for your Havoc, damage boost for your Spectro. So it is a very universal weapon that you can use on other characters that do spam their skill a lot and want the attribute damage bonus. So for instance, Charo is a very nice character to use alongside this weapon. You'll not only give Charo a nice Electro damage boost, lightning damage boost, but you also give Charo a very nice resonance skill damage boost, which does increase his damage greatly inside the same team with Yinlin, who is already giving him a nice damage boost, right? And so is Verena. However, this weapon on JINHSI'S is obviously going to be her best in slot because she is centered around her resonance skill damage, and the attribute damage, the spectral damage she will receive from this weapon is really, really strong, and you only need to just use the intro skill, which is what you want to do on JINHSI'S, because it synergizes perfectly with the spectro set, which also does function whenever you do use the intro skill. So overall, it's a very, very strong and very solid weapon and pretty universal considering I wasn't expecting this weapon to be as universal as it is currently. So if you are looking to get a weapon that will be very beneficial for your account long term, this is definitely the weapon to do so. And don't get me wrong, that attack, right, main stat is really good, right? The base attack for this weapon is really high, and then the crit rate 24% is really good, especially if you are looking to do the crit rate, or crit damage, right, 4-4 build. You can also do the 4-3-3 build like I'm doing right now, and you'll have an easier time doing that because you'll have crit rate from the weapon. Unlike me using the 5-star standard Brawl Blade, which does not give crit rate main stat, it gives attack percentage, but a very strong weapon. However, since JINHSI'S can use a 4-4 build, right, you can use Sentinel, and you can use the Morning Ikes, however you say it, you don't have to roll for a weapon because you'll be getting crit stats from both of those echoes. However, if you are looking to get the biggest bang for your buck for your account long term, then our weapon banner is definitely a nice banner to roll on. And remember, we are receiving a lot of weapon banner pulls for the limited banner, right, over time. So do take into consideration you will eventually be able to get a weapon from that banner without spending on that banner as a free play. We're receiving a 10 pull alongside the 10 pull for the banner, a 10 pull for the limited weapon banner next patch, alongside a 10 pull for the standard banner next patch as well. So you'll be getting 5-star weapons, whether that's a 5-star weapon for the standard banner or a 5-star weapon from the limited banner over time. So don't feel like you're pressured to use your Astrite on her weapon banner day one, because you will eventually get more weapons on your account as a free-to-play. Just so take that into consideration, right? That's the video here. Thank you for watching. What I roll for JINHSI'S based on this banner, obviously she's going to be a very strong damage dealer. The 4-stars aren't anything enticing. Heck, the 4-stars aren't characters you even want to use alongside JINHSI'S, so it's a very weird banner. I think if Mortefi was on his banner, it'd be a little more enticing to roll for the 4-stars, but he's on this banner, right? He was on Gion's banner beginning. Thank you for watching, and have a nice rest of your day. Peace.